Hi Taurus, welcome to your True Intention spread for the month of June. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. I am available to answer any questions, as well as to do private readings, and can be reached at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. So the first card in the spread is the Nine of Wands, and this indicates what type of person they are. The Nine of Wands represents deep struggles. Oh dear. I have little dogs with a big attitude. Hold on one second. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, the Nine of Wands indicates, what type of person they are. The Nine of Wands represents, hardships. But what I really like about this person and what this card really says about them is that they understand that these hardships are part of who they are because it's molded them into the type of person that they currently are. And they wouldn't be this person if it wasn't for these experiences. But also in regards to the Nine of Wands, they're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, the silver lining. And I think that this positive outlook is really important to have in a partner because they make difficult things so much more bearable. And it really touches on their outlook of life, which I think is very important. The next card is the Sun, and this indicates how they will impact your life. They're going to make you very happy. Things aren't always going to be easy with this person. I'm looking kind of ahead at, the other cards, but ultimately I think that this is going to be a fulfilling relationship for you. The next card is the Daughter of Pentacles, and this represents, what their intention. This also touches on the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, and their curiosity to be in a loving and healthy relationship, and their openness to learn and to take different approaches for, this relationship to be successful. But what this also is telling me is I don't think that this person has had a lot of serious relationships, or healthy ones for that matter. So this is a new experience for this individual. He or she is, still trying to figure things out and how to move forward with this, okay? The next card is the Four of Cups, and this indicates how they feel about you. Now, based upon the Sun and the Daughter of Pentacles that we have here, I'm going to say that this person is definitely interested in pursuing this relationship and moving forward with you. But what the Four of Cups really says to me is, I don't think that this person has a lot of experience or is necessarily very good at communicating, what's going on inside of them. That, something could be going on where they're upset or distraught over something. However, on the outside, they seem, like everything's fine. Which brings us to the Father of Swords, which indicates if this relationship is worth pursuing. Now, to make this relationship work, I think that, this is an issue that you are going to have to work at, and that you're going to have to you're going to have to channel the Father of Wands, where you kind of take on a confrontational. And confrontational doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. More so a very direct, honest approach with this person, so that you know where each other stand with one another, and so that you don't have to play this guessing game or, try and figure out where he or she stands. Now, the outcome we have is the Eight of Swords. So what's interesting about the Eight of Swords is this, often represents a feeling of being stuck in a place where you can't really move forward, you don't want to move backwards, you really don't know where to go. But one of the things I want to touch on with, the Eight of Swords is that essentially what this represents is obstacles that are around us, and we get we become overwhelmed with these obstacles. We even go as far as to feel like maybe these obstacles have created a prison. They have created walls. But with the Eight of Pentacles, what you need to realize is that we could just simply walk out of these obstacles, walk around them. That essentially these obstacles are obstacles that we've created ourselves. So if you get to a point where you're feeling stuck, there are ways to move about them. There are ways to fix them. It'll take some work, but you're never really as stuck as you think you are, so to speak. I hope that makes sense. The advice is we have the moon, which represents lots of different layers. This could even touch on our inner anxieties. I really like to think of the never-ending story where Atreyu is walking through those like sphinx-like creatures, and the light comes out of their eyes, and he's presented with self-doubt, and you can't have that self-doubt, or ultimately it would kill Atreyu, so to speak, for those of you who are into the never-ending story. But this can indicate that there are some issues here that still need to be resolved. And I think that these issues stem from, see, I do have a point with where I'm getting at, okay, for reals. That these underlying issues that he or she are dealing with, which are tied to the Nine of Wands, and also the Four of Cups. He or she hasn't always had it easy, which we touched on in the beginning. And he or she is still doing a lot of processing. And I think that, you being a strong partner and being available to walk this person through these obstacles is a very key component of making this relationship successful. If we ignore these issues, this will create the feeling of being stuck. But these are issues that could be worked through. And he or she is open to, moving forward and being open to new things. So I think that, if you decide to move forward, you need to go all in. But I definitely think that there is a possibility that this relationship can work if there's honest communication. And you guys ultimately are on the same playing field, so to speak, with where you stand with one another. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.